A lot of the other clubs in the town, rugby or football clubs, have their own establishments and who want to be the same. It would make a huge difference. A place to call rain. Initially, there was 3 clubs in Hawick that used this facility. Us, Hawick Legion and one of the rugby teams. Waverley had their own facilities doing at the tennis club, which I was always quite envious of, if I'm perfectly honest. And then the Legion got the opportunity to get the changing rooms that the PSA used to have up at Burnfoot Industrial Estate. They did a great development up there, and all credit to them for doing that. And then we thought, well, we're now the only club that uses this facility, so why do we not try and get this as our own and turn it into some kind of club rooms? We did quite a lot of to and fro and talking with the region regarding it. It took quite a while to get them to sit down and actually speak to us seriously about it. This all happened just after COVID, so it would be maybe the back end of early 2021 before we got into serious discussions. And they, after a lot of to and fro and discussion, they offer us the facility on an annual rolling basis for a nominal amount of money. Now, when we first came in here, the place was really dilapidated. It hadn't been used during the COVID years. It was quite run down. There was a lot of work needed done in the showers, and electrical work needed done. So we did all that ourselves because that was part of the agreement in terms of getting the lease. At that time as well, the Colts, Hawick Colts were on the go, which was all the All United boys, and they used this facility as well, so it was shared. But then the Colts and the United amalgamated, so it made sense that we try and get a longer term lease on this place. So we started chatting with the region in more detail. We asked them again look at the asset transfer idea, but they again said that that really was a no-go, but they would consider a 10-year lease at that point. We chatted about it amongst ourselves as this committee, and we felt that 10 years was great, but it didn't really give you the opportunity to turn it into rain unless it was longer term. So we went back to them and they came up with the option of a 20-year lease. We have big plans going forward if it happens, and it's looking pretty promising. But we want to turn this into a clubhouse for Hawick United. At the moment, it's changing rooms. As you come in the door, the changing rooms on the right-hand side we're using as ours and visitors, and the changing rooms on the other side, the left-hand side, which kind of mirror this, are not being used at all. So that's the side that we want to turn into a sort of clubhouse facility. And at the moment, the times that we have had it, that couple of years that we've leased it, we've allowed other community places to use it. The Bright-Eyed Daughters use it every year for their schools thing that they do regarding the common riding. We let them use the facility then. G10 Sports uses it. He stores some of his equipment in here, and also when he does kids stuff outside the building, he gets to use the building as well. There was a ladies cycling lot used it this year as well. Again, it was quite happy for to do that. I mean, and we didn't charge anybody anything. We want it to be a community asset as well as our asset. Quite a bit of a connection with Hawick Youth, because a lot of our boys coach all the different levels of Hawick Youth, and they are interested in using the pitch as well, or the ground outside, or the pitch that we use at the moment, as well as these facilities. And again, we're quite happy to let them use that. Always want to promote the youth. It would make a huge difference. A place to call rain, if you like. I mean, at the moment, we're lucky to have great sponsorship for the Stag Seed, and we use that facility after games, etc. It would be great if we could just get changed in here, have a bite to eat or whatever next door, if we make it into a sort of community, a clubhouse type area. We would still use the pub because they sponsor us, but it would still be great to have a place of our own. The club, the players themselves, I think they would like to see it sort of develop into something that they could call their own. At the moment, they're quite, as football players, they're just quite happy to turn up on a Saturday, play their game, get changed and go to the pub, which is fine. But if they had a place to call their own, when we train, especially up here as well, it would be there, the facilities would be there. During the winter, it would be great. Rather than going away scruffy. I mean, a lot of them will do that anyway, but no. So, I mean, yeah, everybody's fully behind it. A lot of the other clubs in the town, rugby or football clubs, have their own establishments and who want to be the same. I mean, who fell behind slightly, if you want to say that, in terms of what the Legion have done and what the Waverley done years before that, and who want to be the same. I mean, I think it would be unambitious of us, if that's a word, not to want that.